What's going on, everybody? It's Gem Live and welcome back to another video. And if you're watching this right now, this is today's full show, full episode, all the topics right in a row. And we have so much to talk about. One, I had no life yesterday. It was week 1 of NFL sports, and I had a game on the TV. I had like 5 on my computer. I was flipping through like every play to try and intently watch as many games as I could, and it was fascinating. We have the Washington football team going to win the Super Bowl. I'm just kidding, but we have a lot of players stood out. A lot of players are on new teams, and we also have a lot of basketball to talk about. We have the Eastern Conference Finals matchup to look at, and we have the Clippers and Nuggets in a Game 7. So a lot to talk about, a lot to get into, but we're going to start out with Cam Newton and the Patriots. Cam Newton and the Patriots, they had no regular season, no OTAs. The New England Patriots had a ton of opt-outs. This wasn't a very good team to begin with offensively with like no weapons, but Cam Newton, despite all of that, looked amazing to me. He looked like Cam from like 4 or 5 years ago. He didn't look like a hurt, washed Cam, and I think New England's very, very happy with how he performed week 1. And the Dolphins aren't a very good team. But that being said, they have a lot of things to be excited for. So as this isn't a very impressive win right now, who knows down the road if the Dolphins win 7 games, this might be a lot more of an impressive win later. So we're going to see with that, because Ryan Fitzpatrick, he is a microwave. He heats up and cools down faster than anyone else in the league. One day he could look like an MVP candidate, and one day you're just like scratching your head like, what is this guy even doing? So, and it usually goes in spans of games, but actually in this game, Ryan Fitzpatrick had both. He was making amazing back shoulder throws, just dotting everyone up left and right, and then he would just throw this random interception, and it was like, who is that even to? So it's not an amazing win, but I think this was a perfect first team for them to play, because it's a credible win, because it's a division rival, and also they really needed a win in their first game. And the score didn't reflect the feel of the game. It was 21-11, but it did not feel like that. The Patriots had some very unfortunate things happen. N'Keal Harry fumbled it out of bounds when it's supposed to be a touchdown. Now it's the Dolphins' ball on the 20-yard line going the other way. So even though it was a 10-point game, it felt more like a 3 to 4 touchdown game. The Dolphins had no control. The Patriots looked like they knew exactly what they were doing. And I loved watching the Patriots offense, because it looked like the Patriots offense with Tom Brady, with quick reads, slants, outs, running backs, screens. But now they have Cam Newton, and Cam Newton had 75 yards rushing, and a lot of those were crucial third downs that may not have been picked up in the past. So just already, with the limited time they've been able to put together an amazing offensive scheme where they have the Patriot way and efficiency, and then they have Cam Newton running on quarterback sweeps, which they haven't had that in 20 years. And with more time, I think Cam Newton's going to have a lot more control of the offense. Cam Newton is a very smart quarterback. He had complete control of the offense in Auburn in college, and in Carolina he had almost complete control of the offense as well. Of course, he doesn't have that if he doesn't know all the plays yet, all the vocabulary, or he just needs more time for the coach to trust him. It doesn't really matter. It's not going to be a problem for much longer. There was a play where they were in a run. It was a read option run, and the box was loaded. They had 3 people coming in unblocked, and if that was in Carolina, or if that was in Auburn, or if Tom Brady was there, that play would have gotten checked out of very quickly, because they have one-on-one on the outside. It would have been a very easy pickup, but I don't think Cam Newton is allowed to, or he doesn't have the control of the offense to make a change like that quite yet. But he was a very efficient 15 of 19, that's 79% completion percentage, for 155 yards passing, 75 yards rushing, and I believe he had 2 rushing touchdowns. So they really needed this win. I was so excited to see Cam Newton do well. I didn't know how it was going to look. I'm really excited to watch their game next week. My expectations are still kind of low for the team. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs, but what I saw yesterday, I'm not even sure about that anymore, because even their defense with all the opt-outs, they were still flying around. They were making a bunch of plays. They have a lockdown corner. So very excited to see what the Patriots can do.